Hello, 7th graders. Happy Monday. Hope you had a nice weekend. Today I'm going to go over the first page of the open notes, open book test on War of the Wall that I assigned to you last week. And I'm going to give you the next part of that test to work on as an assignment for today. So we'll go over page 1 first. The first part was vocabulary. You were supposed to match the word to its definition. For number 1, lettering engraved on an object would be an inscription. So for number 1, it should be inscription. Let me back up. Pause the video. If you don't have this out, if you could get it out of your folder, please. And then start the video again. So number 1 should have been inscription. That way you can make corrections as we go. Number 2, to plan in a sneaky way. That should be scheme, which is the second word in the word bank. For number 3, to call, should be beckon, which is the third word in the word bank. And number 4, southern accent is drawl, which is the first word in the word bank. So number 1, inscription, number 2, scheme, number 3, beckon, and number 4, drawl. The next part was true or false. Number 5, the story takes place in England. That is false. Number 6, Lou vandalizes the mural. That is also false. Number 7, the mural includes a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. That is true. Number 8, the mural is dedicated to Harriet Tubman. That is false. It is dedicated to Jimmy Lyons. Number 9, the story takes place around the time of the Korean War. That is false. It's Vietnam War. And number 10, the kids played handball off of the wall. That is true. So you should have had number 5, false. Number 6, false. Number 7, true. Number 8, true. Number 9, false. Number 10, true. So make sure you've made corrections to 1 through 10. And then for today, the assignment is to complete the short answer portion of the test. And remember, it's not going to be a number grade, it'll be a pass-fail. And you are allowed to, for these questions, use any of your notes. Obviously, use your book. You may use the feedback that I gave you on your assignment for the text-based questions. That's the one that'll really help you with this. So look back because I gave pretty specific feedback. I also gave you group feedback on the text-based questions in a video that you could go back and use that information from if you want. So I want you to complete part 3, which is short answer. You are welcome to answer these questions for part 3 right on the hard copy of the test, or I will have a Google document waiting for you, and you can type your answers and turn them into me online. Do you hear the wind whistling outside? Wow, that's noisy. Okay, so for this part of the test, the short answer, you're going to answer the following questions with a direct quote from the story. Remember to use quotation marks and page numbers. The first question, what evidence in the story supports the idea that Lou and the narrator don't want the woman to paint their wall? So again, this is not in your words, this is the author's words. You are finding a sentence from the story that answers the question. You're copying that sentence word for word from the story with quotation marks at the beginning and the end and a page number in parentheses. If you look back at the Google Docs assignment, this one was actually done for you, and you're welcome to do that. You can use the one that I gave you as an example if you want. Or there are lots of other examples that would work in the story as well. So that's up to you. For the next one, how do we know that Lou begins to admire the painter? This one was kind of tough, and there weren't that many sentences that would work as far as finding a direct quote. But if you go back to the video where I gave you group information, I gave you a good example of a quote that one of your classmates used. So be resourceful with this, take your time, and go back and look at those things again before you answer. The next one, how do we know that Mama is annoyed with the painter when she asks for a special meal? There are a lot of different quotes that would work for that. You just have to go to this part of the story where the painter lady goes in and starts asking all kinds of questions about the menu at the family's restaurant. And again, you're not answering in your words. You're copying a sentence from the story, word for word, the author's words. And then finally, on the next page is the last question that you need to answer. What do Lou and the narrator plan to do to win the War of the Wall? So you need to go back to what they spend their money on at a hardware store and find a sentence that from the story that answers that question. All right, I hate being so repetitive, but I'll say one more time. You're welcome to go back and look. If you completed the assignment, you can look back at the feedback that I gave you individually, or you can go back to the video where I talked about this to the entire group and gave examples of different quotes that would have worked. Do your best on it, and that's all I have for you today. Have a great day. See ya.